Howdy, everyone. Paul McMann here, Forex Smart Trade. I'm glad you could join us on our inaugural Monday evening trade. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to, or our mission is to help you become your best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade using our proprietary trading tools and our best in the business one-on-one training. We are so confident in how well our tools work and our ability to train you. We offer a guarantee, and that guarantee is once you have been trained, we will let you trade with company funds and split what you make. And eventually, you'll have the opportunity to trade $100,000 of company funds and keep 80% of what you make. If you're interested in earning extra income, gaining time independence, or being your own boss, currency trading is a great way to accomplish that. With that, we start every session off with we got to talk to this guy and hear the disclosure. So let's do that.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. This guy isn't as bad in the afternoon as he is in the morning. In the morning, I can't stand to listen to him, but the afternoon, he's not quite as bad. So, all right. What we do here in this session is off of our indicators, there's probably a dozen different signals that you can use. We are going to use two signals that I like and that I trade off of primarily. One is called the 10-point trade. The other is called the thick orange line trade. If you are in the Trader Lite program, we are showing you some kind of simpler versions of the 10-point trade, but you'll get to see the whole analysis that I do here. I operate off of a checklist. Typically, I want to check that my green chart and CoinEx are connected and live. Now, many of you are using the new green chart, web-based green chart. I am still using the computer-based green chart. I haven't just had a chance to get around to setting up my charts on the new one. So my laziness is we're still using the old tried and true. The new one is faster than this and has some features that enhance this, and it can work off of any machine. So one of these days I got to get switched over because they're kind of phasing this out, or going to start charging an extra fee if you want to use this after July. I know I'm current because I've got the green up here and I've got the green down here in the corner. So let's keep going and then check the green or check the CoinEx. This is a demo account. I know I am live when I see the prices move around, and I'm not seeing any prices move around. Oh, here we go. I see some of the numbers moving. So once we see the numbers moving, I know I'm connected. Everything is good. Review of yesterday. Last week, we took two trades. On Tuesday, we took the USD JPY on a 10-point trade. And then we also took a trade on a 5 pip sell on the CAD CHF Swiss franc using the 10 point. We on this trade, if you remember, we were bouncing into that resistance line, so we couldn't take more than 10. It is good practice, good habit to take a screenshot of the signal that you're using when you take the trade, or take a note as to when you're taking it, so that if it doesn't go as you believe it should, we can go back and analyze it. We are technical traders. Technical traders mean we are trading based on price movement. Our indicators are very good at picking up where the turns occur. However, news also affects currency, and we do not want to get stuck where news events impacts a currency pair, and that throws out the indicator tool. So what we do is we go to forexfactory.com. There's a number of these sites, but I like Forex Factory, and it breaks down news-related items that impact currency. And it breaks it down into yellow, low impact, orange, medium impact, and red, high impact. So for the rest of today, we got nothing. We get some Aussie news on monetary policy meetings, but it's a medium impact. Next things that we need to worry about are tomorrow morning, our time. Pound has got Bank of England Governor Bailey speaks, and then the U.S. is releasing some information on retail sales. Any of the trades that we take right now should be done by that time, so we don't need to worry about that. So with that, let's go into taking a look at the signals. And on the 10-point trade, last thing, going back to our chart here now, we'll do our technical analysis. So I'm going to skip all of these that are U.S. based, except for the yen, because now that it's evening time here, it's the beginning of the morning there, so we're likely to get some movement on anything with the yen in it, or the Australian or New Zealand dollars. So I'm going to skip the U.S. based signals because the trading is light. Our indicators work better when there's movement in the currency pair. So with that, I start with the middle section of the chart here, which is what we call majors and minors. Red and green line are major indicators. Black and gray line are minor indicators. I want to catch the lines when they are above the blue line, which is the overbought line, or below the red line, which is the oversold line. Majors are still in the channel. The minors have started to become oversold. My principal interest is in the majors and the majors. So we're in the middle. I'm going to pass. I'm going to go to the second set. Euro pound is off time. Australian dollar, Japanese yen. This is a good pair to trade right now. We are overbought. Majors are overbought. Everybody's pointing down, and I have what's called the double cross, where the red's crossing over, and the green and the black's crossing over the gray. Miners have almost gone all the way through the channel, which is okay. Ideally, I like to see all the lines together. When they're not, I'm going to pay more attention as to what the majors are doing. So we've got the setup here. Everybody's pointing down. I'm overbought, and I got the double cross. So that's 3 points. If I have 3 points here, I am going to go take a look at my TNTs and see what they are telling me. And I want to count how many lines are consistent with the signal that I'm seeing here. So this is telling me sell. 2 orange lines are going down. That's indicating sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So what that means is when blue is going up, that means sell. So thick blue is going up, and thin blue is barely going up. So I've got all 4 lines telling me the same as what I'm seeing here. And the nice thing about the tools are they allow us to increase our accuracy. And if we increase our accuracy, we can take less trades and make the money that we need to make. And now the last thing I want to confirm what I'm seeing in these two charts is with the pressure. The closer and tighter these lines are, the stronger the signal. We've got to get sideways pressure, up sideways pressure, which tends to mean retracement. And you'll see this candle is kind of retraced what we've seen over here, and we have red on top. When we have red on top, that means that gives us a point. So the lines can either be going down, or I can have red on top. If I've got both, that's 2 points. But right now we've got red on top, so I have got 8 points here. When I have 8 points on the signal, what I am going to then do is I am going to, let's see, Australian yen. If I go over to file, it shows me the last 14 pairs I've had open, and Australian yen isn't there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Euro USD chart and convert it to an AUD JPY chart. So I go to chart settings, I go to find, and I'm going to just change the symbol. All these charts are linked, so it will change them all. File, save as. I'm going to rename this AUD JPY. And going back to my, so again, I've got the signal here. Here's my 60-minute chart. So on my full chart, I've got a 2.5. I've got a 2.5 minute. Sorry about that. A 30-minute, a 60-minute, a 2-hour, a 4-hour, a day, and a clean chart that doesn't have the indicators on it. So the signal's still the same. So I'm going to pull up the full chart, and I'm going to squish this up. Squish it up a little bit more, because what I want to do is I want to know where my support and resistance are, and I want to know what the trend is. Now, since this isn't a pair that I trade regularly, I don't have support and resistance on this as I do on the euro dollar. So we're going to go ahead and add support and resistance on here. So I'm going to click my little horizontal line up here, and I am going to find spots where the candlesticks seem to naturally stop. So they're stopping right in here, right in here, right in here, right in here, right in here. And I want to get one above, and I am all right, so right in here, it stopped. Stopped right here, right here. What happens is the pairs seem to respect these spots where they stop. So I want to know where they are. So that will help me figure out how many pips I want to take. On a 1-hour chart, they tend to be about 30 pips apart. In this case, this first one was 20 pips apart. Let's see where we see the next ones here. Stopped right in here, right in here, right here, right in here, right over here. And let's see if we get one above. Stopped right in here, stopped here, stopped here, stopped here, over here. All right, so I've got like support and resistance, and I got a line above and a line below. Now, what the next question is, what's the trend? And I'm really not seeing much of a trend. We had some down here. for a couple weeks, maybe a little bit of up here, a hair bit of down here for a couple of days, and then it's kind of been sideways. Sideways the last week. It kind of stayed in the channel, bumped up a little bit, came back down, hit the resistance, went back up, got a here, broke the resistance, came down here, and now it's back in this channel. So I don't really have a clear trend up or trend down. Reason I want to know the trend up or trend down is that will help me figure out how many pips I want to take. So it's not giving me much help here. So next thing I want to know is how much room do I have to the different lines? So if I'm here, I've got about 3 pips up till I hit this resistance line and 14 pips down. 3 pips up, 14 pips down. And so let's now minimize this, and we'll kind of open it back up so we can see it a little bit better. So we've got a nice move down of 15 pips. Now, since I've got the signal here, I want confirmation on the 2 hour and 4 hour as to what I'm seeing. So on the 2 hour, I'm overbought. The lines are going down. The lines aren't quite as steep as they are here, but that's okay. They're overbought and pointed down. Pressure is up. The pressure up is steeper, but red is on top, so that is positive. On the 4 hour, I am overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors are still going up, and I got a little bit of a duck bill. That tells me there might be a little bit more of a push up. And the pressure is up with green on top. So the pressure is, but I've got the gap here. Gap tells me there might be some retracement. And if there's retracement, means it's going to copy the previous candle. That's worth at least 6 pips there. And on the day chart, we are overbought also and going up. And green is just crossed over, which suggests that we're going to see a green candle on the next day, that there's going to be a little bit more of an up push. 30-minute, we are oversold and kind of sideways with red on top. And on the 2.5 minutes, we're sideways again with red on top, and it might be pushing up a little bit. So we got 14 pips down to here, and we've got about 8 pips to where it was trading at a few hours ago. Let's go ahead and take an 8 pip sell on the Australian dollar pound. An 8 pip sell that we're going to just try to get back. We're going to just try to get back around here. So I'm going to open up my MetaTrader 4. I'm going to find AUD JPY, which is here. And I am going to click. If you don't have it there, what you would do is you go to File, New Chart, and you just start scrolling through these to find them. If you didn't see them in the first group, go to the second group. If you don't see them in the second group, go to the third group and scroll till you find it. And then I'm going to click New Order. Australian dollar, Japanese yen. My volume, the way I'm going to figure out my volume is I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take a lot size of 1.0. And I'm not going to worry about my take profit or stop loss. I'm just going to click Market Sell. It records the trade down below. I'm going to click anywhere along there. go to modify or delete order. It brings up this screen. And I said we were going to take 7 pips. So let's do 7 pips is 70 points, but let's just go a little bit over. 75 points is 7.5 pips. And we're going to do a 4 times stop loss. So that's 150, 300 points. If I click for 300 points, that's a 30 pip stop loss. If I click the red copy as button, it puts the math in here. And I click modify down below, and it will add my take profit and stop loss here. Now, when I trade, I don't use a strict rule of the like 4-to-1 or 5-to-1 or 3-to-1. I'd like to see where the support and resistance are and go 2 support and resistances away. So based on how I trade, I would go up here and put a stop loss at 85, 187. We took the stop loss at 85, 187. We're right there, 30 pips away. So we're kind of right on the button of where I would have picked if I was manually doing it. Let's see if we have, I'm going to show you. So that signal was the 10-point trade. Let me show you another signal, which is good right at the top of the hour, which we are. So if I look at my, charts, I've got 7, this TR up here is 7 minutes remaining. Now the numbers, the thick orange line chart refers to this thick orange line in this number that you see over here. On the new green charts, it's on the right, and instead of being from 1 to 100, it's from 1 to 10. And on my scale here, on the old scale, when the thick orange line is as high as it can go, it's at 0. On the new green charts, it's at 10. When it's as low as it can go, on my indicator, it's at minus 100. On the new green chart, it's at 0. So I'm looking for this number to be 0 or minus 100, or in your case, 10 or 0. When this is at 0 or minus 100, it is telling us, based on how we calculate this, it believes there's no more up in the movement. Likewise, when it's at 0, there's no more down in the movement. So when there's no more down in the movement, that's a buy sell. When there's no more up in the movement, that's a sell. That's a sell signal. So I'm going to just scan through here and see if I see a signal. Now I'm going to focus primarily on the pairs that trade at night, because this trade needs some volume to work. And if it's in the middle of the night in Europe, euro pound, we're not going to get the movement we need. But on Australian yen, we will. So we're at minus 56, which isn't close enough. Euro CAD isn't the right time zone. Australian New Zealand dollar, minus 90. All right, so I'm within 10 of minus 100. So I've got the first part of the signal. For you that are using the web-based screen charts, you're going to be at 1. So minus 90. Then for the confirmation, I want something to confirm it, that confirmation gives me more confidence that it really has bottomed out. And it also lets me, it increases my accuracy. So multiple indicators that are measuring multiple things are telling me, okay, this is a good trade. So I want these lines to be well below the red line. And indeed, they are well below. They're well below the red line, and actually they've started to bend. Normally, when I say well below the red line, they'll still be straight going down. But these are already kinked. So I like this. So when we see the signal, part 1 of the signal is 4 minutes left. I've got a minus 96. Part 2 of the signal, the lines are well below the red line, and they are. It's good for 5 pips. So I am going to go back to my CoinEx. I'm going to find AUD NZD, AUD NZD, and I am going to take a, what did we see here? AUD NZD. Why was that chart different? AUD NZD. Hold on a second. AUD NZD. The chart's not the same. Hold on. Let me figure out why. AUD NZD. We've got 3 red candles here. And over here, we got a green candle. Why is that? Huh. Well, I don't know what to say. We're seeing a different signal. AUD 107.95. 107.95, huh? It's a huge spread here. They're charging two pips. ACD. Well, the price is the same, 107. That spread is huge. Two. So we're going to give 2 pips. We're going to give half the trade in commission, but just so to show you that the signal works, we're going to go ahead and take the buy. Again, let's just double check the signal. Minus 99. There's 2 minutes left. We're undersold. So we're going to go ahead and AZD, NZD. We're going to go ahead and take the buy. But there's something wrong with this chart, and I don't know what it is. But so, again, to find it, file, new chart, and I'm going to find NZD, AUD, NZD. And I've already got it up. And then I'm going to go to new order. I check my symbol AUD, NZD, and we're going to do a market buy. And this is going to be for 5 pips. Modify. 5 pips equals 50 points. I click on the blue. It does the math. And we're going to use a 4-to-1. 4-to-1 is going to be a 20 pip stop loss. Click on the red. It does the math. I like to get the full 5 pips, so I like to look at the price that I actually got in at. I got in at 79.57. If I have 5 pips of this, I'm going to go to 108. So I'm going to adjust this to 108, 108.07. So if I add 5 to 795, I'm going to go to 8. Oops, did I do that right? 507. It'll be 807. And click OK. So we're actually only going to make a couple pips on that because the spread is so huge here. See, we're at 92.9, 95.8. All right, so quick recap. We took 2 trades today. One was a 10 pip signal on the AUD JPY, and then we took a thick orange line buy on the AUD NZD. And on that last trade I showed you, some traders who take that like to wait till the hour changes, and they want to see this number bump by 10. We didn't get the bump. So this is going to take a little bit longer to close than I wanted. but that's okay. Next hour, if you still have this number the same, you could retake the trade. I don't believe we'll get stopped out. Again, the lines are well below, so they're going to start coming back. All right, so we took 2 trades today. Let's see if you've got any questions. What platform is this? We're using our own proprietary platform. It's called Green Charts, Jody. Should the MT price and the green chart match exactly? No, they won't. Well, they should, but they won't. It depends. If you are using the web-based green charts, the feed is a little faster. It's instantaneous. It's a few seconds slower on this. I am trading off of my old demo account, which is CoinEx. The account that we're having most of you trade off of now is a turnkey Forex account. Turnkey provides the feed to us. So if you're trading on turnkey, it should be the same, or very close to the same. But since I'm using a different broker, it may be off a pip or two. Not a pip, but a few points. It won't be exact. And you'll see if you compare the new green charts, the old green charts, it's a little bit slower. What we're seeing on this, the computer based, is just a hair bit slower. So the new green charts has the information just a hair bit faster. So there can be a little bit of variance. Also, I've noticed there tends to be a little bit more variance on the demo versions of the account versus the live versions. For whatever reason, sometimes the demo version of the feed's even a little bit slower. But that's why. Okay, gang. Hopefully, I will. Our tools are terrific. They work very well. I expect both of these trades to close in the next couple hours. I will be doing another live trade tomorrow morning at 6:30. So 11 and a half hours from now, we'll do it again. And at that time, hopefully, we'll see the trades have closed. And the trade I recommended tonight on the Euro USD was a 10 pip buy trade. And again, we hope to see that one close in the morning. All right, great. Thanks for being with us, and we will see you tomorrow or next week.